Nice job, my friend. We're back, everybody. My first guest has appeared in numerous films, including Training Day, Reality Bites, and Dead Poets Society. Currently, you can see him in Shakespeare's Henry IV at Lincoln Center right here in New York City. Please welcome Ethan Hawke. Xavier, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, it's very exciting for you, the first guest of the New Year. What an honor.
I guess.
You just seem thrilled about the whole thing.
Well, no,
Now, before we go any further, and we haven't even really begun, so why would I say that?
I don't know. Go on.
I mentioned Lord of the Rings earlier, and then I remembered, as I was mentioning Lord of the Rings, that you are a fanatical fan for these Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, I read the book about 18,000 times from the ages of about 9 to 33.
Right, so you've just, you know everything, because I have to say, I never read the books.
There's some serious fanatics. I can't be bragging about that I know everything, because I have met people that know more than I do, but I do love them.
There are guys that carry like a bag of secret powder and have a wand.
I'm one of those guys. You know, I have some.
I've heard of that powder.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious. I'm curious. Magic powder,
we're going
buddy.
Into dangerous territory.
No, but you know, I got to say that I've been, you know, we've had a bunch of the stars from these movies on.
You have?
Yes, Elijah Wood was. Yeah.
You had Frodo here?
Yes, we had Frodo. Yes.
Was he deep and powerful, and did he move you?
He's an actor who plays Frodo. Okay. You're scaring me now. Have you seen Frodo? Have you seen Gandalf?
I tell you, those things, they really do mean so much to me and my whole family. Every premiere that they've had, you know, when the movies first come out, I take my brothers who live in Indiana, and they fly in, and we go to the premiere. And the first one, I freaked out. I started screaming "Gandalf for president," you know, at the opening. And
I think you were right behind me in the theater. Really? I think I called security on you. Yeah.
The second one, my brother got so excited he had an asthma attack. And then in the last one, we all just we made it through without incident.
So. He had an asthma attack, seriously? So
yeah,
did he have the inhaler? He's okay?
That now.
Yeah, that never sounds cool. You got so excited at the Lord of the Rings movie, you had an asthma attack.
He did it in such
and we had to give you a wedgie to bring you around.
He did it in such a studly way.
In a studly way, yeah.
He handled it with such grace and integrity.
Oh, sure, you're out of the doghouse now.
I'm trying.
Now, you know, I have to say, I like these movies even when I don't understand what's happening. And I've explained that to many of the cast members, that I don't often understand what's happening, but it looks cool, and I'm sucked into the action. But do you actually know what's happening all the time?
Yeah, I mean, you mean you don't understand the deep fabric of Middle Earth? I mean, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
like,
basically,
what's not to understand?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes
you don't speak Elvish? What is it?
Well, it gets very abstract, though, so we must retire to the magic giggle bag and, you know, find the secret corn and put it in the pie, and I don't know what's happening.
I was convinced as a kid, I was really convinced that this was another world that did exist, and I used to pray to God that I could be reborn in that world.
Wow. So that's intense. That's very intense.
I don't know if that says how much I like the books or how much I hated my own life, but one of them.
You were escaping one way or the other. Okay. So, and so you've seen the movies, and you knew everything that was happening the whole time.
Yeah. People seen, they're awesome. The last one is absolutely stunning.
I have not seen the last one yet.
But I have to say, as a fan of the books, I was so sure that I would be disappointed.
Right.
And they're tremendous. I can't wait to go again.
I think that's it. I think they're done. Isn't that it? That's the third one. They're done.
I can see the movie again.
Oh, you're going to see it again and again? You're going to be one of those people?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, my God. All right.
You've lost all respect for me.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I shouldn't, because but this is as good a time as any to bring this up. You have been named one of New York's hottest bachelors. And, man, that's a great honor, right?
Yeah,
for the New York Post.
Don't read it. But, you know, it's a dubious honor when you have 2 children. You know, it was cool to be a hit bachelor when you're 23, but now it has a different ring to it.
Well, you're in good company, though. I don't know if you've checked this out, but they list all the different bachelors that they're there. You're up there at the top.
Yeah,
There's you, Ethan Hawke, and then keep going down. It's pretty cool. You got your Ava Goda right there. Keep moving. Let's not slow it down too much. Oates is right there. And then check this out. Grandpa Munster. I thought this is...
I don't know. You're right. I love the company I keep, you know? What's weird is
I just like any Grandpa Munster reference makes me happy.
Like, I hook up with Grandpa Munster all the time. We go pick up ladies in bars and stuff like that.
That guy, we've had him here on this show. That guy's a wild man.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he's still alive, and yes, He's going to be mad at you now.
But I mean, I have to admit, he seemed really old when I was very small.
He is old. He's like 100 years old, but he's still making the rounds.
And is he
Grandpa
funny?
Munster, yeah, he's a funny guy.
And he's good with the ladies?
He's very good with the ladies. Yes, yes.
I wonder what his rap is.
We can all learn
you know?
from.
Like,
Hey, check me out. I'm Grandpa Munster. That's his rap.
yeah.
That's all the rap anybody needs.
You know, you go to a bar with him and just ride his
Yeah,
wake,
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Now, you occasionally still make the, and this is something you're proud of, you still make the worst dressed list, and you like that. Explain the thinking.
All right. Well, I'll explain the thinking of it. First of all, I'm not impressed with the best dressed list. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I think that they, you know, if you look at the people, I like the, you know, like Grandpa Munster, for example. I like the company I keep.
Right.
But my mother...
Grandpa Munster, by the way, is on the best dressed list every year. Yeah. That guy's got slick
I
dreads.
gotta learn. I got stuff to learn. I got stuff to learn.
No, but you like having. I mean, you don't want to be part of that pack that's always wearing the perfect outfit. That's not your thing.
It's not my priority in life.
Right.
So I don't mind it. My mother, however, minds it. My mother always thinks, you're on the worst dressed list, and you think you're cool and like, you know, hip. And what people really think is they look at that and they think, who raised him?
Right,
Me.
right.
And, you know, it looks bad on her.
Right.
So she begs me to get off it, but I particularly don't care.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. My mom doesn't care what I do as long as I'm polite. She doesn't care what I do in life. She doesn't, as long as I'm...
But see, you dress nice.
But I don't do this. That's just it. I don't pick these clothes out. There's someone backstage who goes out and buys some suits. I don't know how to dress. I've never owned a suit in my life. There's a bat pole I go down naked before the show, and this thing comes on, and there I am. And then this is me.
I need that, and that's the only way I'm going to get off those lists.
Right, right.
But you know, it is hard when people are like, you know, they say worst dressed, and they take some picture of you when it was, you know, some Wednesday when you had the flu and you're running to buy groceries or something. You know, I don't feel like it's fair. Like today, you know, I feel like I look sharp.
That looks good. That's a corduroy.
I got this cool hip Western shirt on, but you know,
you got a corduroy suit. Yeah, the shirt. This looks like a pajama top right here.
It is a pajama top. But that's good for going down the pole. When you climb up the pole,
yeah.
You're already in your pajamas.
Well, I was just about to say you can go down my pole anytime, and then I thought you can't. That's not right. I stopped myself just in time, so I didn't sound gay.
I think in a weird way you still sounded a little gay.
I still sounded gay, yeah.
The fact that the thought was there.
The fact that I was just about to say, like, and then I thought, don't say that, and then I did say it, and now I'm gay. Henry IV, and people say you're doing an amazing job. I want to come see you.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is supposed to be great. Henry IV is now playing at the Vivian Beaumont Theater.
At Lincoln Center. Kevin Kline is playing Falstaff.
Very cool.
It's a great show.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to come by and see it.
But if you don't get the Lord of the Rings, man, Shakespeare's going to, you know, I mean...
Seen some Shakespeare in my day.
Yeah. You got any quotes for me?
I didn't understand it, but no, I'm looking forward. I'm going to come check it out because I've heard amazing things. Vivian Beaumont Theater right here in New York City. Ethan Hawke, thanks so much for being here. Happy New Year. Always a pleasure. George Wendt coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Man, that's great.